Hi friends! Welcome to week 1 of our June blog class. But before we talk about the blog class, I want to talk about all these cards that are on my table. We've been overwhelmed by the response of cards that we've received in our card drive for Oklahoma. Well, Bunny partnered up with We Are and Simple Stories, and we're doing this card drive. All you need to do is make a handmade card, put it in an unsealed envelope, put that in a bigger envelope, and send it to us. So all you need to do is look for the infographic that's on all 3 companies' Facebook page, and you'll find all the information there. I want to talk about a couple of these in particular, and I would like to talk about them all because you all are amazing, but there's a few that I kind of want to give a shout out. Our cute friend, Christine, she just got out of surgery, so she didn't have a chance to make a handmade card, but she was very generous, and she sent a store-bought card with a donation of her own. So if you don't have the time to make a card, at least do a handwritten note in the card just to let Oklahoma know that we care. Another fun thing is the store, Ben Franklin store in California. Look at that cute envelope that I'm going to guess they used their Copic markers on that. They kind of copied the infographic style. But they sent us a whole stack. I'm wondering if, what did they say? It was their art team in the store. And it's so cute. They used the Simple Stories paper and then our Bo Bunny double dot paper. And they did a whole bunch of cards that say hope. There's a fun one here. Let me show you. It's a name badge and it says, "Hi, my name is," and then it says real life. I thought it was right here, but I can't see it. We have a cute little girl named Olivia who's 7 years old who made some star cards, and in each one she wrote, "You are a star," from Olivia, darling. We also got a large envelope full of cards from a youth group at the McCollum place, and they said they didn't have any scrapbook supplies, so they used what they had, and these cards are darling. They've used markers, construction paper, pipe cleaners, and they're adorable. We got a big envelope of those. So much fun. We appreciate you guys so much. I can't even wait for the people in Oklahoma to get these. And don't forget, you provide the card, and we'll provide a gift card inside of that card to send to them. And one last card I want to show you. And our cute friend here made it with our Key Lime collection, which is so fun because that is the collection that we're using on this month's blog class. We are going to make this little pocket album, and it's made out of chipboard and paper, and it's just full of pockets and pages. So we'll break that up into our 4 weeks. The first week we're going to make the outside, and then the next week we'll do all of the pages and pockets, and then the next week we'll embellish, and then the last week we'll put the binding and the cover on. So that's where we're at with our Key Lime collection, and we'll get started. All right, for week 1, you're not going to need a whole lot. You need 2 pieces of paper, Key Lime Splash and Key Lime Deep Blue Sea, a piece of chipboard, some double stick tape, a trimmer, and a score tool, and a pair of scissors. And I think that's it. Because we're just going to make the outside of this book. What I love about this book is after you make one, it's something that you can make over and over and over and do it a little differently each time. It's just a fun, quick way to make a mini album that looks like you spent a lot of time. So to get started, we're going to cut our chipboard. We need 2 pieces that are 6 by 9. All right, 2 6 by 9 pieces. Then from our Key Lime Splash, we want a piece that's 9 by 9. 9 inches by 9 inches. Then we want, from our Deep Blue Sea, we want 2 pieces that are going to be 9, so you want to go up 9 inches, and then 5 7/8. So a little bit smaller than this. We have to leave a little bit of room for our spine. So 2 pieces that are 9 and then 5 7/8. So I've got my 2 little pieces, and I made them so that it's cute, but it really doesn't matter because we're covering them up, but there you go. So that's what we're going to need to start. First thing I want you to take is this 9x9 piece, and we are going to score it. All right, here's the measurements. You might want to write these down as I go. So we're going to score it at 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 3, 3 3/4, 4 1/2, 5 1/4, 6, 6 3/4, 7 1/2, and 8 1/4. So what that ends up being is every 3/4 of an inch we're going to score. And then you're going to fold it back and forth so that you have a fan, like the ones we used to make when we were little, so that you have a fan. And I guess it doesn't really matter what's out or in. Like, here's my spine, and you can't really tell. On the inside, you can tell. I guess it does matter. I put the words inside, and I kind of like the way that looks. So if you're going to put your words inside, you want your first, on the word side, you want it to start with a valley. So valley, mountain, valley, when you fold. And if you folded it wrong, just refold it the other way. That's what I did. I actually folded mine wrong the first time. Okay, now I'm going to show you where to put your double stick tape. And, oh, I should have told you need a pencil also. So lay it with your words and make sure that your words are upright. And then each 3/4 of an inch, let's number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. After you number those, I'm going to show you where we're going to put adhesive. On number 1 and number 12, we're going to put our adhesive right next to the score line, but not on the score line. And on 4, 6, and 8, we're going to put our adhesive right down the center. So if you can see my two score lines, my adhesive is right down the center. And that will help us when we're putting our pages on. Okay, get your 2 pieces of chipboard out. They're 6x9. And set them out, and we're going to put that this is our outside front cover and our outside back cover. Just write on those with a pencil. Well, you won't need to erase it. You can write on it with a pen. We're going to cover it. And I didn't tell you, but you need a ruler. We're going to go a 1/2 inch in, and we're going to just draw a line on both of these. This is backwards for me, but okay, so we've got our line there, and we're going to put tape on the outside of that line, so the one closest to the edge. Put your double stick tape. And on all of this tape that we're doing, just leave the backing on. You don't want to peel that off, because then you'll have things sticking to you everywhere, and we do not want that. While I'm doing this, I want to tell you a cute story about our key lime paper. So when our cute designers had developed this key lime paper, and we were trying to do a layout for our catalog. So when we were getting ready to make this layout for the catalog, it was March. I don't know if you've been to Utah in March, but it is freezing cold. Well, I called my cute niece and I said, hey, do you have any beach pictures? I need something for a line we're developing for a catalog layout. And she's like, well, I don't, but I could run up to the dam and get you some. So the dam's like a 1/2 hour from her house, and you go through a canyon and there's a dam. So she took her 2-year-old daughter, put her in a little bathing suit and a sundress, ran up to the dam, which you can't even see the water, gave her a bucket, and took this picture for me so that we could make a key lime layout. This little girl is outside in March, no shoes, in this cute little sundress. So when she got back in the car, her teeth were chattering, and she said to her mom, Mom, can we come back here when it's warm? So just a fun little story with our key lime collection I thought I would share with you. And thanks to my family who always helps me out when I need it. Okay, so we've got our outside front, outside back. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to draw the lines where we're going to put our ribbon at the very end, but you need these lines there. Okay, so the marks that we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to measure a 1/2 inch from the bottom and make a mark. And then you're going to go 1.5 inches and make a mark. So when you get done, 1.5, you should have 6 marks on your paper. And we're going to do that to this side as well. So starting from the bottom, whoops, and that's not going to work out that way. So starting from the bottom, our first mark will be at a 1/2 inch, and then every 1.5 inches. And when you get to the top, there's actually an inch, but that's where your ribbon will lay. So that way, when your book's done, and sorry, my binding's coming apart, I need to do a little extra glue on there, you'll have a 1/2 inch at the top and bottom, and your ribbon will be even. Okay, so those marks are for later use, but you'll thank me when we get to that point. All right, we're going to start with the backside piece of chipboard, and we've got our double stick tape over here. We want to flip this over, and we want this tape to be on our left side. Then we're going to take our accordion spine, you've got all your double stick tape, and flip it over. And then on pieces 1 and 12, you're going to put another piece of double stick tape right alongside the fold, but not on the fold, not on the score line. So you have one on 1 and 12. Then number 12, let me show you, and then we'll try and talk about it. So this is going to go on here like this, but to get it even, I'm going to fold that piece in, peel my tape off. Oops. Just the backing. I peeled literally the tape off. And so I've got it folded under, and I'm going to put it, right along the seam. Now most of the double stick tape that I've used is not very forgiving, so once it's down, it's down. Okay, so now that is lined up, and there's my inside of my book. Now take one of the deep blue C that you cut, the 5 7/8, and it's going to go right here. So use your favorite adhesive and adhere either 3 sides or the whole thing, or however much adhesive you want to adhere the inside of your back cover. This is the same as anything else. It seems a little bit overwhelming, but if you just take it one step at a time, it's really not. It's actually quite, once you do it, you'll be like, wow, why haven't I done this before? And I like to start out here because I don't mind if this doesn't match up evenly, but I do mind if it shows my chipboard. So I like to start at the outer edge. See, and I've got a little bit of adhesive in here, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so now you can see that we have the back cover, and we've got our marks so that we can put our ribbon. So now we want to do the front cover. So here's your front piece. You want to flip it over, and this time make sure that your double stick tape is on the right side. So now we want this to stick to the edge here. So I'm going to peel this off. And I'm going to line that up right with my edge, and then fold that over right there. Hopefully if I did that right, I've got my edge there. And then again, I'm going to put my adhesive on here. So I'm kind of curious as to how many of you caught our little secret that we let out last Friday, that we're having a design team call, and you have until the 16th to submit your projects, 2 layouts, 2 cards, and another project of your choice, and send it to bowbunnyauditions@gmail.com. And we are not well, we are accepting applications from everywhere, not just the USA. Now, I have to tell you that I am super sad to see our current design team go, although they're more than welcome to try out again too, because I love every single one of them and we've had so much fun together. But I just get so many emails asking when we're going to have another call, when we're going to have another call. We have so many people that want to play that we decided it was time. So if you are interested in being on the design team, get your submissions in. All right, now I'm going to fan fold that, accordion fold. And there I've got the basics of my book. Okay, we are not going to put the ribbon on the spine yet because that's the very last step, because it goes under our cover. So that's all we're doing for this week. Next week we'll add all of our pages and our pockets in, and then the week after that we'll embellish, and then we'll do our cover, and you will be all done. So let me just give you a couple more little glances at our book so that you can be thinking and get excited. Got little pockets. This is a pocket. There's a pocket in the back. Maybe if you haven't brought your envelope yet, this is just a standard size envelope, and I have a vellum one, but anything will work. You could use a craft one, a white one, anything. So there's just a few sneak peeks of that, and I will see you guys next week and we will work on our pages. Thanks.